about you? You ask me random questions, and I'll field them.
Okay, so first question is, am I allowed to interview you and share this online?
Yes, you are. You have my express permission.
Perfect. Okay. So tell me about yourself. What brings you to a point where people are going to write about you, and what is so different about your life? I'm interested.
It started out just normal. Like I had, the plain ass family. I was the youngest of 3 boys in an Italian family. My parents are still married together. They live a mile away from me. I bought them the house over here because I needed to dump some money into a house. So I had to buy a house, and then the house that you just picked me up for, that's actually my office. So that's paid for by my association. So that's kind of like the office.
So you're doing pretty well financially.
Yeah, I was doing better back 15 years ago.
So what happened?
I opened a winery. That fucker went sour. So 2008 was crushing because it was right on the 405 split, right there in Irvine Spectrum area.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very nice area. And so we focused on. We couldn't grow any grapes around there because you can't buy enough land to grow grapes around there. So you had to import the grapes from up north, obviously. We weren't importing from Temecula at the time. But anyway, you import the grapes from up north. You crush and stem them at your facility, and then you ferment, barrel age, or you crush and stem them at their facility, and then they ship what's called the grape must in this like a refrigerator tank, and it comes and drops it off, and they pipe it into our big conicals, and then we ferment it, barrel age it on the facility, and then we did parties, and we actually let the people design their own labels for the party, so it'd have like their corporate logo, and we put our back label on the back, so it'd make it legal. So they not only do design their labels, this was all done like weeks in advance, but the labels would be printed for their party.
Shit, that's smart.
They would have it all. No, we let them bottle the fucking wine and bottling things, let them put the fucking cork in it, and let them put the foil on it, and then let them label the fucking bottles themselves, and then they took it home.
That's great. So why did
it crushed us? Because 2008, remember, like all the corporations stopped cutting all their spending. So we lost every one of them. We were all Irvine, like that area right there. We were all about corporate parties. So we had afternoon parties there every fucking day, and it was great because like you didn't have to work nights or weekends. You just you partied during corporate hours, and that's where you made all your money. And then all those canceled. So then all we had was like the 50th birthday parties and shit like that, which is fun. But it was like working on Saturday nights, and then all the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday shit got canceled.
So it's still a tough time. So you're gonna go through another recession right now. What's the difference now?
Dredging is fucking underwater removal of sand, soil, rock. I'm sorry, dredging. It doesn't matter. It's recession proof because it's recession proof because.
So what?
If you have a channel and that channel needs to be dredged to 28 feet, and a hurricane happens off the coast there and makes it so it's 24 feet, guess what? You're dredging it. You don't have a choice.
So how did you learn that?
I didn't learn it at all. I'm not a dredger. I'm a stockbroker.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm just a salesperson. Yeah, I don't know anything about dredging. I learned day one. So I started from the top down. I'm the number 4 most powerful dredger in the planet right now. And yet I know nothing about dredging. And everybody else that's in my field has like 50 years experience. You know?
So you're just good with whatever you touch?
Pretty much. I touched her about a week ago. 1 week ago? Longer than that. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. I touched her in Las Vegas. We've been hanging out. She's mad at me. So more about my life. So I started out pretty much hunky-dory family. It was pretty much my dad. He was with GTE, which is now Verizon. So he was president of GTE at the time. So you figure that out.
Oh my God, yeah.
So anyway, never went to college. My dad did it all with just a high school and a Army.
Worked his way up.
Yeah, Army, yeah. Started out on a telephone pole in GTE.
Dang, self-made.
Worked us all the way to fucking president.
He's still around?
Yeah. He lives a mile away from me.
But he's retired now.
Yeah, oh God, yeah. He's been retired for 20 years.
So you still work, or you kind of retired?
Me?
You still have to go do some work?
The executive director, basically, wherever my phone is my work. So I can go anywhere on the planet as long as I have internet access, and I can make a couple meetings a week. But realistically, most of the months, I probably put in about about 2 hours a day. But it's pretty much 6 or 7 days a week, so it's 6 days a week. I'll put in 2 hours, so.
So you got it down to where you can work a couple hours and you're good.
Yeah.
It's like maintenance.
Yeah, it's just a contract.
So you didn't have to go do any of the labor work. You got the contract. You outsourced it.
No. So I run an association. So I put on conferences. So I put in like July 17th to the 20th, 2023. I'm putting a conference in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand. I have a 50,000 square foot ballroom, and then I have 14,000.
What does that cost to get something like that?
It's free as long as you sell the hotel room block out. Yeah, as long as you got a contract like 1,200 room nights, and as long as you sell 1,200 room nights with over 80% of it or 85%, whatever the attrition rate
then
is,
the convention is free.
Then all the space is free.
And you can do that. You can pull 1,200 people.
No, 1,200 room nights, so it's 3 nights. So you only have to pull 400 people, and I had like 850 show up my last show. So I sold out that hotel, and I sold out all the other hotels around it as well.
Okay, so you move people around for conventions that are related to that niche.
You get to get left here. Well, like for dredging, so anything that's like in marine construction, engineering, we have the Army Corps of Engineers. That's where it starts. They get the contracts. They put the contracts out. The contractors bid on the contracts based upon what the contractors are negotiating with the environmental firms and the engineers, because they're the ones that do the design work and the permitting and all that shit, right? And then the contractors actually are the ones that come out there and do the work at the end. So the contractors have to bid the work based upon the contracts that they already have pre-aligned with the environmental services, because you got to go out there and run your EPA things. You got to go out to do core samples, find out if it's contaminated sediment. It's got to go to a CDF, which is a contaminated disposal facility inland. It's like burying nuclear fucking waste. So
basically, the Army's involved, so there's good money because it's government projects.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's recession proof.
Yeah,
it's recession. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Because
the Army's still going to get, and we got this infrastructure bill that they got tons of money in right now. So dredging is going to expand in the next 10 years, no matter what the economy does. We could go to war with Russia, and dredging's still going to expand in the next 10 years. So it's recession proof.
So you went from winery to dredging.
I went from a stockbroker to running an health insurance company, like a partner in that, and then I went into SEO, search engine optimization. So I was with SEO, and then my brother Steve was president of the Pacific chapter. So I run the national chapter of WEDA, which is the Western Dredging Association, which doesn't stand for the western side of the United States. It's the Western Hemisphere. So my territory is North, South, and Central America. So my brother in 2013 got back from the annual meeting that was in Hawaii that year, came back, and they had an in-house guy doing their website. So he contacted me to see if I could upload some presentations on a website. And I was like, okay, is it on WordPress? And he's like, no, it's on Joomla. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is. No. So
it's the opposite of Joomla. It's more coding.
Yeah, so I just told him no. And, I'll pass. And he's like, and then he called me and gave me the twist of the arm brother shit, and then I took the contract. It was like probably a 2-week contract, and then they just extended it and extended it.
So you learn how to web design and just
and so it was a really good contract. And then the chairman of the board of Western Dredging Association, I kind of wrote a business plan for them to follow, and they tried to follow it. They hired Eileen Mayer out of the Port of San Diego. They hired her first. She failed in like 2 months. And then they hired Tom Verna. He was the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, which they don't work. So he was scared of work. So that didn't happen. And then after that, the chairman of the board calls me up and says he's going to waive the 25 years of dredging experience needed for this job, and if I could be the executive director. And I go, Rom, so you're telling me I'm now going to be the executive director of the Western Dredging Association. I am going to have 3 times the responsibility that I have right now, and I'm going to receive about 1/3 the pay. And he goes, yes.
Why do you get less pay?
Because you get more work off contract. You're a contractor, and you just bill.
Oh, you make more money as a subcontractor.
You make a lot more money as a contractor than...
Because it's your own invoices in your own time.
Yeah. You just bill. You bill for your hours, but you bill an absurd amount. So
it's worth your time,
Yeah, you bill an absurd amount, and they accept it.
Give me an idea for one simple project. Like, what would what would you build?
Well, there's not a simple project. It's running an association, so it's ongoing. So I'm not like the project engineers and the project designers, the project managers of the dredging projects. They belong to my association. I don't run any of the projects out there.
Oh, so they're dealing with the millions.
My revenue is all sourced from membership dues and meeting fees. Like
so it's like a tribe. Like you have your own followers of people.
Yes, I have my members. I have my members. I've got 700, 800, 900 members. I don't know.
And they pay a monthly fee?
No, they pay a yearly fee. $150 a year for a regular member, $100 for a young WIGA member under 35.
What is that, 12, 13 bucks a month?
$50 for a government employee, $25 for a student.
Got it. That's
and then
interesting.
You got sustaining memberships. Obviously, those companies are the ones that come.
So this is like the new business model, from what I understand, is where people have memberships, and it's residual income every year, and then as you grow.
Okay, so my association started in 1979, so it's been around for a while. I just took it over in 2015. So it's been around for a while.
So you didn't start it; you just got into it and moved your way up.
No, I started at the top level. And I'm making my way down. So that's the exact opposite. No, I started at the very top level you can get at, and then there's nowhere else to go upward.
Yeah.
So it's just, but it took 3 years for the members to really accept me, because it was like a good old boys club. Because the people that are involved in dredging, their families are involved in dredging. They have like long lines of history that is involved in this.
So it's a family business.
Yeah, so it's a good old boys club, and everybody knows everybody. So when an outsider comes in there, it doesn't know shit about dredging, hasn't been recognized at all in the dredging association, and then all of a sudden
you clearly say you don't know shit about it.
No, I tell everybody that. Like they cringe. So I actually wrote in my contract the second year. So the first year I had the contract, they could control, and they could they'd give me like a candid presentation in which I'd have to give like, here's the WIDA updates or something like that. And then I actually put in my contract on like the second year that I signed it. Now it's just I have 10 years, so it's just perpetual at this point. But it's still in my contract that they can no longer ever know what I'm about to say until I get up there. I'm not ever gonna. I never have a presentation. I never have a presentation prepared anyway. So I just speak out of whatever's on my fucking mind at that time. And the members love it. The board of directors cringe. They're like, what is he going to talk about today?
When's your next speech?
So I got, I have Albany the second week of October. I have San Francisco, the third week of October. And then I have San Francisco the next week. So my Eastern chapter's in Albany, my Pacific chapter's in San Francisco.
So you go, once a month to speak?
I'm going to go 3 times in 5 weeks to go speak.
Okay.
Not just speak, but run the
yeah.
Well, like I'm doing all the registrations. Anybody calls and needs a refund, it's me. It's everything.
I like it. You gave me a lot of perspective on your work. I appreciate it.
So that's one aspect. There's the darker side of me.
Oh, tell me about the dark side.
You want to hear about the dark side?
Okay, stuff that I can share online.
So no. So at age like 27, I was engaged to this girl named Colleen.
You don't have to say her name.
It's fine. Colleen O'Connell, Irish Italian. Come from a good family. Her family had like 8.
You're getting emotional on me. You all right?
No. Yeah, seriously. I was like literally engaged.
You're in love, yeah.
I was in. Well, I don't know. It was too early in my life, because then we bought a house together and we built the house. And so we watched like 9 months of this house being built. And those 9 months, I took a dark path where I already was on a dark path, but and she was part of the dark path. She was having fun with the dark path. So she decided at some point that it was no longer fun to do ecstasy Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night every fucking week. Okay, understand that. But I figured I disappeared one day on my jet ski, and I came home and she packed her shit and moved out.
Well, that happens to all of us. We're all broken hearts.
But no, she came back. And I broke her heart.
You walked out on her?
No, she walked out on me the first time. You got to right here. She walked out on me the first time. but no. So I took a dark path. Anyway, there was 19
Dude,
months.
doing drugs is not that dark. That's
No.
just.
But there was 19 months of my life where I dated girls in Dallas, Texas, when I moved into this new house by myself. Because she wasn't there, so I just partied like a fucking rock star.
So
I started the rock star lifestyle. So I started dating girls by the days of the week. So I had a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Oh,
and then I was off.
You went
Monday.
all out.
I was off Sunday and Monday. Not really, because I was so buttered on Sunday. I just had to sleep. Fucking it didn't matter. But anyway, I was off on Monday. Monday was my day off, and then I don't know. At Christmas, my friend Adam brought a girl home from the men's club, and I thought she was a stripper. Anyway, this girl came and she had a liking to me, so she sent me like flowers to work and tried to woo me away from you. So anyway, I made her a Sunday. I got in some legal shit in Dallas because I was playing with some major players. And anyway, Club Fed was coming in.
Do I turn in here?
Yeah, so it was time to get out of
Is
Dallas.
it right here?
Yeah, it was time to get out of Dallas. So I got out of Dallas and came to California, and then I took Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday and Sunday out here to California and kind of interviewed them, and then I chose Sunday, and Sunday is my mother's daughter now. There you go.
Okay, my friend.
Sunday is my mother's daughter, and now I've been divorced from her forever. But anyway, she was Sunday.
Gotcha. Well, you guys be safe. I appreciate you talking. Be nice to her.
What's the name of the podcast?
AA Creation 911.
See, they're all in their Greek stuff.
Yeah. All right, brother.
AA Creation 911.
Yeah. AA Creation 911. I'll put you up.
Cool, man.
Thank you. You're welcome. Bye bye.
I'm going. What? Yeah.
That's him in front of me in the Italian. Okay. So that was a $35 ride, but because he changed it, I got $13.13. But he did give me a $25 tip, so it ended up being a $30 ride back in Temecula again.